Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to Melanie Garcia. I once reacted to her before. I'll put a link up here if you want to check her out on my channel. Marte is the song that I reacted to, and on this one she's singing Vivo por ella, and I think this is, why am I saying I think it is her official music channel. And so let's begin.
Por ella sin saber si la encontré o me ha encontrado. Ya no recuerdo cómo fue, pero al final me ha conquistado. Vivo por ella que me da toda mi fuerza de verdad. Vivo por ella y no me pesa. Vivo por ella yo también.
Very classical voice, give me a moment. Okay, I just came back and realized that this song is a cover. Amazing. I'm guessing this is her version, and I just left to grab the lyrics for a moment. Back to what I was saying about her classical voice. She, has the voice of superhero. Let's imagine her as Wonder Woman, for example. I'd say her voice is that type of powerful, if not Supergirl instead. Because the way that she has such amazing diction, I may not be able to understand what the words are, even though I feel like that would be easier than trying to understand French words. That's so hard to improve on listening for. I'm still able to understand what vowels she's using. And that's one of the most important things, I'd say, if you know the language or not. I mean, even if the lyrics aren't laid out in front of you, you know how it's supposed to sound when you speak whatever it is. That's what diction can do, and her tone is not only classical, open, and booming enough, but also her words just come out like a bear defending their cave.
No te me pongas tan celoso. Ella entre todas es la más dulce y caliente como un beso. Ella a mi lado siempre está para apagar mi soledad.
Finally found where she was.
Por ella yo vivo también. Es la musa que te invito a tocar suavecito.
One thing I have not ever heard in classical music, however, is holding that long of straight tone before adding vibrato. I'm also a coloratura soprano equivalent in my falsetto, if I must say. That's why I'm able to sing those types of notes on the spot. I may not be able to hold it like in an actual aria, but I can at least use it to demonstrate. And that's good enough for me for the moment. Back to what I was saying. I was just saying that when you know one language, it's easier to pick up on the messages whenever you're reading another. But it also depends on the language, because you have a relatively easy time trying to decipher what the message is when you're reading Spanish, when you've never studied Spanish, but you have studied French. By contrast, it's much harder to do that with Russian when you don't even understand all the characters fully, let alone Mandarin Chinese. I've heard that is one of the hardest languages for an English speaker to learn. If anyone was singing in a language like that, you don't stand a chance. It all has to be related in the root language that all these different languages came from, and that is Latin, I would say. Spanish, Italian, French, Romanian, Puerto Rican, yeah, that's a type of Spanish. Portuguese is what I meant to say before saying Puerto Rican. English, German, Dutch, Polish, Flemish, and all these other different languages that we all commonly know and commonly spoken are very similar to English. Definitely not the same regarding its own unique sound or the words, but there are so many linked characters that all derive from Latin, and that's why it's easier to decipher stuff like this, because they're all in the Romanic languages. Romanic, not romantic.
En mi piano a veces triste, la muerte no existe si ella está aquí. Vivo por ella que
Beautiful chest voice, by the way. I'm gonna stop pausing it.
Vivo por ella que me da fuerza, valor y realidad para sentirme un poco vivo. Como duele cuando falta, como brilla fuerte y alta. Y ella canta en mi garganta mis penas más negras espanta. Vivo por ella y nadie más puede vivir dentro de mí. Ella me da la vida, la vivo si está junto a mí. Si está junto a mí, desde un palco contra un muro, penetrante sus caras. Cada día una conquista, la protagonista es ella también. Vivo por ella, por
I almost thought that was it. Really, this is not only her singing such high notes, but it also seems like a beautiful story. To me, it seems to piece together into like a female saying that this male makes me so happy, I would do anything for them. Because not only is she stopping on a scene where she's like surprising her bear, it's adorable though, but also she's just twirling around on a sunny day in a yellow dress, just trying to show either love for someone or the fact that this is like a positively passionate message. Just everything about it has completely positive vibes. I also think that's why she's singing up to or even I can tell that the mic might not be picking up this in a very acceptable way. I turned the gain up really high on this microphone. Let's continue. I've already said what I needed to.
que va dándome siempre la salida.
Because all of this just speaks love.
Música es así, fiel y sincera de por vida. Vivo por ella que me da noches de amor y libertad. Si hubiese otra vida, la vivo por ella también. Yo vivo también por ella también. Yo vivo para él. Yo vivo para él.
Also, I'm sorry if I did not react as strongly to the high notes as you might have wanted me to, but I just did not feel anything about the high notes as I did about the story. I mean, that is one good way to storytell a song. I just love it when people do that. You feel the message more than the way they sing. That's so rare for me. And it's amazing that I don't have to think about the high notes, but more about what she's trying to say in general. I am normally captivated by the music because of people just wanting to get their attention, and that's so easy for them to do because they're able to go like without actually having to make it that intense. And what I mean by that is singing in whistle voice instead of falsetto. Whistle voice, by the way, is that thing Mariah Carey does. Anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. She is able to direct the focus to what she's saying more than about her. And it's just surprising that when I read the lyrics, I kind of see that more than anything she is using in her technique. And I love when a singer does that. It's so awesome. Has she ever done jazz? Tell me in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I am done going on. If you want me to do another reaction of Milani, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, click the notifications button, and tell me which one you want in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.